Honestly, you really do have to be very well put together because once it's live and it's on social media or out there, you can't take it back.
Welcome, my friends. This is the Utah Business Spotlight. I am your host, Peter Anthony. I am so excited, man. It's the coolest thing when you get to speak to A, people who are beautiful. We got that today. B, people who are great at what they do. We have that going on today. And 3, when I'm talking to people about making other people beautiful, that's the synergy, man. I need you to like, I need you to share, I need you to subscribe. I am here with my friend Ellie today, and we are talking about Elham Glam. She's killing it in the space. I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell you first where you can find her.
All right. Well, thank you, Peter, for having me.
You're so welcome.
I am excited about today. You guys can find me on or at Elham Glam. That is spelled ELHAM all one word. That's where I can be found.
At elhamglam.com.
Yeah, elhamglam.com as well.
And on your Instagram handle?
Elham Glam. Yes, all my socials are Elham Glam.
They're all matched. I love it. Yes. Very, very smart. And your makeup looks on point today.
Thank you.
You have such pretty eyes.
Thank you.
Really rocking it out. I'm a big fan of your work.
Love that.
Having a background in the industry and doing what you've done and are doing, I love when I see work where women look beautiful.
Right.
But they look like that's them.
Right.
Versus they're wearing a mask that we've invented for them.
Yeah.
And I think one of your superpowers, Ellie, is that you really bring out the best of them and you help them feel confident because when they look in the mirror before they go on set, right, they just look amazing, but they feel amazing about themselves.
Yeah. Right. So, absolutely.
Yeah. So share a little of what you do.
Yeah. So I focus on production hair and makeup where I make people look amazing on camera and ready for, their productions, their commercials, their TV sets, all of that. I do make sure that, I use their natural features. I just enhance it so you don't look any different. You still recognize yourself. We're just popping out your natural features.
And you're really, really good at it.
Thank you.
So tell me, what is your philosophy, your makeup philosophy? Like, what are the 2 or 3 key things you do with makeup?
So I really look at the person's facial structure, and then I go off of that. I enhance like their jawbones or their highlighted areas and make sure it aligns with the lighting and all of that. So
cool. So that and when we were doing makeup, it was really important to make sure that we would enhance or dilute, right? So if someone was really nervous about the size of their nose, right? Like a guy like me, big nose, right? Face for radio. You guys totally get it. But we would do things to slim it, to determine how they're going to feel more comfortable with the features they have. Sometimes
absolutely
accenting it, right? Bringing out those eyes is really important. Big eyes on camera.
Yeah.
Especially on video. Do you find that your video makeup is a little different than your editorial makeup?
Absolutely. Yeah. For video makeup, it's definitely different. I have to use different products to kind of make sure that it doesn't look certain ways. I don't want to give out all my secrets, but yeah.
Okay,
sure.
Cool. Well, give us one secret.
What's
the most important thing if people are out there, because everybody's on social media, and here's what I hate. Tell me if it's a red flag for you. I see ladies, they jump on a live, right? Lives are so important today. This whole podcast will become lives soon. But they're out there, they're doing their live thing, and they don't do their hair. It's a hot mess. Their background is everything but organized, right. and their makeup is never quite on point, and that's on a video that they want millions of people to see.
Right. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, you really do have to be very well put together because once it's live and it's on social media or out there, you can't take it back, right? So you have to make sure that you are on point, hair, makeup, background, all of that. Another thing that I love to kind of pay attention to when you're on camera, I know right now it's trending where people have like that glowy look where they want to have like the glowy
Summer's
highlights
coming.
and stuff like that. Yeah. But on camera, you kind of want to look matte. I know people don't think that that's the right thing, but you want to look matte so you don't come off like you're looking too shiny or too sweaty.
I love that, and I completely agree.
Yeah.
Because the idea of on camera is no distractions. I'm sharing with you not my makeup. I'm sharing with you an idea, a technique, an expertise. I'm inspiring you or guiding you.
Yeah.
And the less distractions you have within that, that's a really good
more focus.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. And I know you're great with hair. I've been trying to get you to do my hair, and you don't do it anymore. It's like such a drag, right? Because my hair, is a train wreck.
So, it looks amazing.
No, it doesn't. My gel looks amazing, and I have a hot tip for gel. I'm just going to hit it.
Yeah.
So one of the things I do is I use this gel, but you know what I've discovered? I've discovered these little oils. They're scented oils that you put on your body as a little, but it's like it's an oil that's in a pomade.
Oh, okay.
So I mix my scent with my gel.
Oh, okay.
So when you come near my hair, it smells fabulous.
Yummy.
And, so my kids are like, "Oh my gosh, it's very cool. You guys should try it. I'll bring some and I'll demo it next week."
Love that.
So here's the thing about little tricks, and I think you said something that's important. When we take a picture or a video, it lives in perpetuity.
Right.
Right. That becomes your brand, like it or not.
Yep.
And what I love about what you're doing is you give people multiple looks in a shoot.
Yeah.
So that this way they're in perpetuity, that all the different sides of their personality are coming out.
Comes out. Yeah, for
it's
sure.
real important. And I love there's some videos floating around of you actually applying makeup and doing it. And I just
all the
love
behind the scenes
watching
stuff.
you. Yeah.
I love that. That's what I live for. So I have to capture all of that.
That's cool. What was the inspiration? If anybody was interested, I mean, you're now up here in the industry, right? You're very sought after makeup artist, sought after. And when I say hairdresser, dressing hair for the set.
Yes.
What you woke up one day and said, "This is it. I want to do makeup."
Oh no.
How does that work? Because I know your background. You're very educated.
Yeah.
Right. You're super beautiful. You just left corporate again because they keep trying to drag you back into corporate.
Not me.
And it just won't stick. You love the arts.
I love it. Yeah. I have to be in that creative element. I actually did not grow up girly at all. Believe it or not, I grew up very tomboy with two older brothers. So I kind of fell in love with it like at a little older age. I started doing hair. I went to hair school, and then I was invited to a photo shoot, and I loved it. And I just kind of stayed in the industry ever since then.
Yeah, that's how it. I never wanted to do hair, but when I went to a show and I saw everybody on stage, that was the bug that bit me.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
I was like, oh, how do you do that? How do you put the whole production together? Right. I just thought it was so cool. They look like magicians on stage. So then I learned to spin. Like I can literally throw a can of hairspray twirling around and catch it behind my back.
Yeah.
It was so much fun. Yeah.
So much fun. And it's always something new and exciting. So, yeah.
And I love how fashion, when done right, enhances our confidence and personalities. And one of the things that many people don't pay attention to is the importance of that.
Yeah.
Right. It's so important that you really step into the camera with a high level of confidence. You're always like, we've done 160 podcasts so far. And the idea is always like, I don't know what to say. Right. So the last thing you should be thinking about is, does my makeup look good? Does my hair look good?
Yeah, that's a good point.
And we see so many people, ladies, come on. And I'm like, and I'm sitting here because we're both in the industry, and I'm like,
Yep.
oh man, who said your hair looks good? Like,
Can
you
I just
looked
put a little hairspray?
right? And they're like, oh, you can do anything you want. And I'm like, that's not what I do, honey. Like, if you want me to do that, you better pull out a checkbook, and it better be an
Oh,
Amex
yeah.
Black card because it's going to
Love
be
it.
expensive.
Yeah.
But it's fun. Tell me well, first and foremost, we have to hit the book.
Yeah.
Tell
yeah.
us about the book.
Yeah, I recently wrote a book. So I get asked all the time, how I got into the industry.
And what's the title of the book?
It is called The Glam Hustle. So
The Glam Hustle.
The Glam Hustle, Freelance Your Way to Success. That's
I
the
love
title.
it.
Thank you.
And what was the inspiration of documenting your journey?
Yeah, so I've always wanted to write a book, but I never really knew what I wanted it to be about. So I got asked all the time, like I was saying, how I got into the industry. So then I kind of decided to write a book that's a mentorship guide to up-and-coming artists or even anyone that just wants to break through the freelance world and
I love it.
kind of become
Where is it
successful in
available?
that. It's on Amazon. Yeah.
Very
you
cool.
can
So you are a published author.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
thank you.
very cool.
Thank
And
you.
who is the book for?
So up-and-coming artists, anyone really that wants to freelance. So it doesn't have to be for like hair and makeup. Could be for photographers or, yeah.
I love that. Super cool. Now, we've been published thousands of times. You've been published thousands of times. I probably have 3 stories for every time I've been published.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So I know you must have more, right? Share with me some cool back of the house, crazy stuff that happens. Don't use names, but how, because it's fun. It's fun to watch the drama. It's fun to see things fall apart and then bring them back up. Those
Right.
were some of our coolest moments. Like we were doing these big hair, like all these appliances were in the air, like hangers and toilet paper roll holders, and,
Right.
and ribbon and rubber bands and like this monster hair for this avant-garde shoot we were doing for a fashion designer. And the whole thing fell.
Oh, no.
Yeah, the whole thing fell. Not our fault, but the model
Sure.
stood up with another model hovering over her. And she stood up, right? So you could imagine the hairs everywhere. This thing that took us literally like 6 or 7 hours to put together with literally like duct tape.
Oh,
yeah, because
gosh.
as you're trying to get something to expand and expand and expand,
Right.
it never quite works out the way you want it to,
Yeah.
so that you can't see any of the appliances. So we had to redo the whole thing, and it wound up probably being one of the best photo shoots we've ever done.
Oh, wow. Awesome.
Yeah, it was super
Okay.
cool. And if it hadn't fallen apart, it probably would have been average.
Okay.
So do you have stories like that?
Oh, not that exciting.
I'm certain they're much more exciting.
I'd say probably one of the stories, it's kind of more embarrassing, I'd say, not on me, but, I got a model ready. It was for a fashion show, hair, makeup, all that. I could tell she was a little nervous. So kind of part of my job is to kind of give them that confidence behind the scenes and behind, before they go on stage also. And she went up there and, she kind of tripped in front of everybody, believe it or not. And I think that's everyone's worst nightmare.
Right? That's our biggest fear, right? Is
Yeah.
like my dress is going to fall down, something's falling out or
Yep.
I tripped.
Something wrong happens. And when you think about that, it actually does happen. So just stay positive and don't let it happen to you.
That's incredible.
She picked up and, walked on like nothing happened. So
Well, good for her.
Yeah.
That takes so much courage.
it does.
To
It does.
walk through it. And we always tell people, one of the things that's quite interesting is when you're on camera, people get nervous because they're like, I don't know what to say. And the great news is they don't know what you're going to say.
Right.
So anything that you say is cool.
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Because
okay.
they don't know that you forgot one piece. Like,
Right.
oh man, I really wanted to say that.
Yeah.
But they don't know,
They don't know.
that.
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like when we have an argument with our significant others, we always go away, and you're walking away or sitting in the car the next morning. You're like, I should have said this.
I should have said that. Yeah, for sure.
But it doesn't matter because on video, you get to say it again tomorrow.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
it's super,
I like that.
super cool.
Yeah.
I love that you gave her the confidence just to get up.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
That's it's a tremendous amount of fun. So you've done weddings?
Yeah, I do weddings also. Yeah.
Yeah. How does that go?
I love it. Sometimes, it's a bigger party. So I have a team of artists that I bring along with me, and we make sure everyone gets done on time and that you're ready for your wedding, looking beautiful because it's your special day. There are some people that don't think, makeup and hair is important, which is kind of
Some
shocking.
people in Utah don't think that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, we
Okay.
did about in our salons in New York, because wedding was the number one business on Long Island for 20 years.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It was like, and the average cost of a wedding was about $100,000.
Wow.
That was
Okay.
20 years ago.
I need to move there.
Yeah. So weddings was always a really big deal.
Yeah.
I had the best stylists. I mean, these guys are Emmy Award winners, Academy Award winning. So when we showed up with a team, the razzle dazzle, I mean, our stylists were ridiculous at doing this stuff. And it was so much fun. I found it's interesting. I find weddings to be funny. Because I'm this heterosexual dude, right? Not really. I didn't play with dolls, so I'm sitting back there and I'm just making sure the team's all organized, and I'm watching the mother-in-law poke at her daughter-in-law to be. Yeah. Just like and you're watching the bridesmaids and the bridal party try to determine like who in the pecking order who's the alpha now.
Oh wow!
It's just that kind of crazy drama that somebody's like not getting enough attention.
Yeah.
Or
and the bride. You have the bride.
Yeah, and sometimes when you come by yourself, and then this is the worst thing ladies, if you're watching this, gentlemen, if you're watching this, pony up for the extra 2 people, because inevitably somebody comes at. Oh, Auntie May from, 6,000 miles away came in this morning. She wants to get her hair done too.
Can you just squeeze it in really quick?
Squeeze it in? And I'm like, how do you squeeze in a 2-hour job really quick?
Yeah. Almost impossible. Yeah.
So here's a funny story. One of my dearest friends hires us to do her wedding, and they squeeze in 6 people last minute. 6.
Wow.
6. And we are scrambling. So I'm calling up people on my team on a Sunday morning. I'm like, you got to get up. And they're like, dude,
I'm not ready for this.
It's like 6 a.m. on Sunday. And this is when there was phones. And it was brutal. She was a full 47 minutes late to her own wedding.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And they hated me for about 6 months.
Oh, my gosh.
And then when she finally calmed down and saw the pictures, that's when we were back in her good graces.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
She was like, it was worth it.
It was worth it, but I hated you for the last 6 months. I'm just letting you know now. And I was like,
I'll take it.
Like, you can't argue with them.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah,
it's
what
their
are you
day.
Gonna say?
Yeah.
And when they're really good friends, I was giving them like a crazy discount, and I'm like, 6 extra people's a lot of people.
It is. That's like 6 extra hours almost. Yeah. Depending on what they want. Yeah. It's a lot.
And then they've got the little girls who are the ring bearers. Like, oh, can you just put a whole head of barrel curls on this 7-year-old? And I'm like,
yeah.
And they're chasing butterflies.
Right. Yeah. True. So that's why I do try to be prepared.
Yeah.
I usually try to have another person at least with me, because, there's always that person that wants last minute services. So, and I have FOMO big time. And so I don't want to say no ever to anything.
Yeah, I know. Right. And it's for the first probably 15 years of our career, we had the same thing. And I was lucky enough to have locations. So in the locations, we had more control. So it was easy when you came to the location. We could fit people in.
Yeah, you have artists there.
Because I have 100 artists in the room.
Yeah.
Right. So it was easy to fit people in. On location, that's when I started pulling my own hair out. Right. I'm surprised I have any left.
You have a lot. You have a good amount.
I have a good amount left, right? But it was hit or miss for a minute.
Sure, yeah.
Like, who's that bald guy? That's Peter Anthony. Really? Didn't he have hair down the middle of his back yesterday? Yes, and he went to a wedding and they pulled it out.
Oh, no.
It was terrible. What's the favorite thing in your book that people should look for when they're reading your book?
Honestly, I think it's like the little stories that I talk about myself. Probably probably makes it a little relatable.
Mm-hmm.
Along with like the tips and little industry secrets that will get someone successful pretty quickly. So,
Oh, I
yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
I love that. What's the next thing for you, Ellie?
Oh, I am maybe writing another book.
I'm going to make you write another book.
Yeah,
That's
with
for
Peter's
sure.
help, for sure. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we need to rock another couple of books out. There's so much to share in the industry.
There is, yeah. And I think there's a big lack, there's a gap too.
There's a gap. And
Yeah.
and how are you enjoying doing, I mean, you bring an LA, New York City presence to Utah, which no one really has, right? You have that
Yeah.
that LA appeal.
Okay.
Which I really love because it's a super high level of artistry.
Yeah.
And professionalism.
Thank you.
So we as a Utah community want to thank you for upping the makeup game
Thank
here.
you. Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
What you do is incredible. Tell people where they can find you again.
Yeah. I mean, I love what I do. So thank you for that. You can find me through Elham Glam. So ELHAM GLAM. Elham Glam.
.com, baby.
.com.
I love it. We're looking forward to seeing more of you. And if you,
thank you.
And if you want to do a fantastic, really coordinated photo shoot with multiple looks for hair, makeup, please reach out to Ellie and her team. They are happy to take you through the process and create incredible visual stories where you're the star.